Matchless Lightning 15-watt one-channel amplifier with a 112 speaker cabinet. Hey everybody, Curtis here with another demo for you. This time I'm going to be demoing my Matchless Lightning 15-watt amplifier head and cabinet combination. The cabinet has a Matchless Celestion Heritage speaker, 112 speaker in it. I'm going to mic with my Shure SM7B. I'm going into the high input with my T-style MJT guitar. Features Porter pickups, vintage Tele set. The Lightning is set to a clean tone right now, so I'll just let you listen a little bit, and then we'll change some things up. Now the neck pickup. So there you have it. Just a little bit of a clean sound coming from the Matchless set. Should be noted, the volume and the master, what you kind of interact to be able to get to your overdriven kind of tone. So when you crank the master, you get a lot of clean volume from your volume knob. So that's why the volume is set lower and the master is cranked. If you kind of do the opposite of that, lower the master and crank the volume, you get an overdriven tone from the tubes. It's really, really nice. This amplifier features two tone controls, the bass and the treble, and they really interact well together. So when you are adjusting the treble, you might also want to adjust the bass knob because they affect each other. And so it's a nice EQ. It enables you to kind of dial in exactly what you're looking for. The way they interact is sort of natural. And so I'm very, very pleased with this amp. I think it sounds great. I'm just going to keep the settings the same, and I'm going to switch guitars for you now. I'm going to grab my GIbson ES-335, and here it is here. It's a 1982. It's stock pickups, and some of the wiring and the frets have been replaced, but plays great. So here is the GIbson ES-335. And the neck pickup. there you have it. That's without changing the EQ at all in the Matchless, and so that's just sort of a clean setting, and just changing the inputs with the different pickups. The humbucker's a little hotter, so I put that in the low input. So I'm going to now change the volume on the guitar and the master. I'm going to bring back the master and pretty much do the opposite of what I just had, and you should hear a much more heavily distorted sound coming from this, possibly even some feedback from the Gibson here, but let's give her a go. So there we have it, heavy distortion coming from the tubes. Really great sort of overdriven sound coming from the Matchless Lightning. And now I'm just going to switch guitars, and we will switch back to the MJT Tele, and let's hear what it sounds like with these exact same settings on the Matchless, and then we'll go through some of the EQ options. So as you can hear, you can get a really obviously natural, because it's pushing the tubes in the amplifier, overdriven sound with the Matchless Lightning. I'm going to back things off a little bit and kind of try and put the knobs somewhat in a bit of a more even setting. So let's just listen now and see where we're at. So that would maybe be a little bit more of a middle-of-the-road kind of overdriven sound, slightly pushing the tubes with where the master is and where the volume is, and might be kind of the sweet spot for some of you that like that driving sound a little bit more. So now I'm going to bring it back a little bit more clean, and let's just check. So now I want to just share a little bit of the EQ. So we're going to go to both at 12 o'clock. And this is a bright guitar. I'm using the bridge pickup predominantly on it, and that just should be noted as we're going through this amplifier. It has a great chimey, bright, bell-like characteristic. And so let's just give her a listen. So now I will back off the bass. And now I will add more bass. So there is a really nice full, a lot of low end in the signal, and it just sounds very full and present and thick in the room here. And so now I'm going to bring back the bass to 12 o'clock, and I'll just let you listen again with the treble and bass both at 12, and then we will adjust the treble knob. So we've brought the treble knob back now. And I'll move it all the way over here. So as you can hear, it gets kind of bright and more thin when you crank the treble that much. But let's just see if we crank the bass as well, what happens. So as you notice, it introduces a little bit more low end. It still keeps that bright, chimey kind of top end. So if we back the treble off a little bit, it's probably a little bit more full, but yet still bright and chimey, but not harsh in the top end in a setting like that on a bridge pickup on a T-style guitar, which is pretty good. I'm incredibly happy with this amplifier. I just find it just really sparkles and shines. There's a lot of definition in the notes. I find it will make me a better player as I continue to play with it because it really accentuates everything you do on the guitar. And so you have to be extra cautious and extra careful where you are on the neck because it is very sensitive. It really picks it up. And it's just a great sounding amplifier. A little bit hard to tell currently, but this matchless plate at the front does glow, as do the controls and the settings on the amplifier, not the control knobs, but the names of the controls. And so I'm incredibly happy with this amplifier. I just think it sounds amazing, and I'm very happy to use it. I'm going to be using it quite a bit as a demo amp, and you will be sure to hear a ton more of it. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you like, dislike if you absolutely have to. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Every like and comment and view really does help. And so I appreciate it, and have a great day. And here are a few pictures of my Lightning for you to enjoy.